What's up, everyone? So a well-known supplier known as Medicare LLC, they do a lot of promotion. They target a lot of new sellers. I'm going to put them to the test. I want to see if there's actually any products that they sell that we can actually make some profit on. So I'm going to check out their list. Now, I have two lists from them. I basically have this spreadsheet here of their best selling list. And I also have this email blast that they sent out. So all these products here. And as they say at the end, we are confident that you will find new products to buy wholesale that can bring you more profit. So let's see if there's any money to be made through these guys. So I'm going to head over to Astro, where probably the best tool for finding a lot of gems. So let me just go ahead and minimize myself so I'm not that large on the screen. All right, so I've headed over to Astro. There are 3,500 products here. So when we're going to start off with Astro, the first thing we should probably do is there's a lot of products here with no buy box. So I want to give them all a price. I don't want them to be no buy box because they appear as having no profit at the moment. So I'm going to go over to buy box override. And I'm going to give them the 180-day buy box average. So whatever the 180-day buy box average was, we're going to apply that. And we're going to only override the ASINs with no buy box. The ones that have a buy box at the moment, there's no overriding going to happen on those. So I'm going to save that. Let's start applying some filtering. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the filter section and I'm going to do a preset filter. I like this one here. This one gets a lot of them. So the ones with low sales and high ROI, I like this filter. I'm just going to change a few things in this filter. So where it says sales rank drops, I'm just going to change that to the sales estimates. So the sales estimate for the last 30 days, I want it to have more than 5 sales per month. Basically, when it comes to ROI, let's look for products with more than 25% ROI, and profit, I think around $3 is fine. So let's go ahead and apply these filters. 3,588 products. Let's see how many we're going to be left with. I see a few products here where the brand's actually selling them. For example, this one here, Bear Maple Farms. If I go ahead and check out the chart and all the offers data, I can see there you go, Bear Maple Sparkling Leaves Ginseng Elixir. So they're also selling the products. So probably want to avoid some of these products. So I'm going to go ahead and apply one more filter. Let's remove all the ones where the brand's actually selling them. So brand is a seller. And let's say false. And I'm also going to remove any product where there's too many sellers. So if there's more than, let's say, 10 FBA sellers, I want to remove it. So I don't want to see FBA offers. I want there to be less than, let's say 8. So I'm just going to apply this filter now and see where we go from 220, how many are going to be left. All right, we're at 170. All right, I think these are good. Let's see which ones of these we can actually sell, which ones we're eligible to sell. I'm going to send them to a short list and see which ones we can sell. And then from there, see what type of order we can actually come up with. So I'm going to go ahead and add these to a favorite. I'm going to call this Medicare order. Now let's go see which ones we're actually eligible to sell. So I'm seeing the 170 here that we can actually look at. Now, what I want to do, I see that a few that I need to request approval, a few here that I can automatically already sell. So I'm going to only focus on the ones that I can actually sell. So let's only look at those ones. Let's remove all the other ones. I'm going to apply one more filter here. I'm going to write restrictions, say selling restrictions, and say it equals only can sell. So all the other ones are not going to be appearing now. So from the 170 that we shortlisted, there are only 70 that we can actually sell. So let's check out these ones that we can actually sell. So when I look at a list like this, there's 70 in here. There's a lot of products that I can sell. What I like to do first is to sort by ROI highest to lowest. When I sort by ROI highest to lowest, I see some ones that usually have ridiculous ROIs, and like this one here, 1,324%. Now, the reason why that's like that is because Amazon isn't telling us the correct pack size. So let's go. I'm hovering over this. You know what? It doesn't indicate to us that it is a multi-pack from Amazon. Let's open up more information from this listing. Let's check out the product details and see if it is a multi-pack or not. So it does actually seem like it's super profitable. When I see things like this, I like to check it out on the actual listing. Let's go ahead and check it out on the listing and see if it tells us that it's a multi-pack or not. It is, in fact, a 24-pack. So this one, it's a 24-pack, so it's probably not that profitable. Let's go ahead and type in 24 as a pack and see if we can actually make any profit from this one. It's a $10 loss, so that one is going to be removed. Let's go to the next one. This one is a 12-pack as well. So we want to update all these ones that the information is incorrect. So we want to update all this information and just see if it's still profitable. So the second one, for example, it's still profitable, but barely, only 67 cents worth of profit. I'm going to update these all off camera, and then I'm going to come back and see if there's any money to be made from Medicare. Okay, so I went ahead and removed all the products that were unprofitable after we applied the correct pack size. And I still have 50 profitable products. So let's go over these and see what we can actually make with these. Now, this first product, what I'm seeing is it's a rake. Now, the thing about a product like this is it's probably very large. You see, it's got a 30-inch head and it's got, a 48-inch handle. So those types of sizes kind of scare me a bit, because when it comes to actually shipping them either to my prep center or to Amazon, they can get very, very expensive. But there is a lot of profit on this product. So we get this product for only $11.18 and it sells for $108, which seems kind of ridiculous in my opinion. But it's still very interesting nonetheless. But looking at its history, if I enlarge this one here, check out the chart, you can see that right now it's selling at a real high point compared to its past. Whereas in the past, it's been selling at like $66 over here. You can see at the moment, someone's jacked up the price heaps all the way up to $100. But the thing is, even at $66 or $67 right there, you can see that there's a bit of profit in there. So let's say if we were to drop the price to $67, in the worst case scenario, what type of money could we be making? So $67, we're making $3. So I think a good price, if we were going to sell a product like this, I think a good price to sell at would be, at minimum price, you'd want to sell it at least around $80. I think $80, it's kind of worth it. So $80, let's see that. Now, it is part of a variation set. So let's check out all the variations of this ASIN and see if it's still worth buying it. So here I'm seeing, so this is our ASIN here, SR1 right there. Now it does sell for $108, but you see some of the competitive ASINs, some of its competitors, very similar size and very similar everything, and they're listed at like $24, $25. So this one does seem quite unreasonable to be priced at $108. My best bet is it probably won't sell at all. But even regardless of that, I still am kind of intrigued to just try it out and might buy maybe four or 6 units. So we can add 6 to this and we can start forming an order. I'm still kind of intrigued, even if they don't sell, in the worst case scenario, it's only cost $11.18. 11 times 6 is $67. So it might be okay. Next, what do we have here? We have this glass, what is that, a bowl? Basket liner, whatever that is. All right, basket liner, 10-inch basket liner diameter, clear. Okay, cool. That's all right. So we see that it has 252% ROI. Let's go ahead and check out some of the data. So there are a few sellers here. We can see Amazon has 1,000 units plus in stock. This seller here, SGHP, has another 1,000. There's a few sales going on. It doesn't seem to sell that much. We got an estimate of 12 units per month. So I don't know if I would buy too many of these, even though it's very, very profitable. You only buy it for 91 cents. $3.80 is what it sells, is the profit, and it sells for $9.99. I would buy a few just to test it out. I wouldn't buy 12, which is what it sells per month. I would buy much less than that. Probably maybe 6 units, but at the end of the day, it doesn't cost anything, and it just doesn't really make much profit anyway, because overall it's not much. Now this one here will be interesting. It has 100 sales per month. Let's check this one out. So this one here, 100 sales per month from what it says, from what Amazon is telling us. A lot of profit. We buy it for $1.88. It's a liner. Let's just check out the details. So this when I see products that are very profitable like this one here that also sell in very high volume, I want to check things out. I want to double check things. So I'm seeing the title from Amazon is Mira or Moira. I'm not too sure how you pronounce that. Must have lip liner 004 warm toast. And I see that the product from that it matched from Medicare is actually incorrect, because it says here it's must have lip liner 006 burnt umber. So they do have a matching UPC. That's how it was found, but it's an incorrect product. So I would probably have to go back to, maybe go back to the list and see if this product's actually available. We're looking for warm toast. And warm toast, is it here? It's right there. So yeah, we're going to copy over this one. So I just saved the details now. I put the correct details in there, and we have a great product. So let's go back and check out this product. And we can see that there is one seller at the moment. They've sold 35 in the last 9 days. Who knows how many the other sellers have sold in the last 30 days. It sells roughly 100 units per month. So it's a quite profitable product. On a product like this, I like to buy as quite a few. There's no sellers. The profit is actually very high at the moment, but historically it hasn't been very high. So I'm looking at the historic profit right there, and it's not looking that good. It's been selling for like $5, $5 or so bucks. So given this chart's history, I'd be very skeptical to purchase a lot of units, even though it does sell in decent volume, like 100 units a month. I can see that, but it's still, the price shot up now because the seller count has dropped so low. So I would probably be very careful. I wouldn't buy any more than 12 units of a product like this, because there's a very high chance that more sellers are going to jump on and the price is just going to go back down. So let's check out a few more of these. Let's see if this one's right. So this is 011 Sapphire Blue. Yep, same product. $1.88 for this one as well. This one has quite a bit of profit. Let's go ahead and check out its chart and see all the other sellers. There's only one seller again, that same seller, that same brand, that same seller selling this product. They've only got one unit in stock. No one's really getting the buy box. Okay, so this one here, probably the same deal. I wouldn't get 12, maybe get 6. This one, 005, $550, $1.88. Seems very similar to the previous one. Let's go ahead and open this one up. It's that same seller on it. A couple of units over here. This one actually is much better than the previous ones as well. So given that there's one FBA seller, I wouldn't go ahead and buy. Let's see how much they have in stock. I didn't see that well. They have only 2 units in stock. I'd probably just buy 6 of these as well. Now this one here sells 25 units. Let's go ahead and check out the product. So Myra must have 001. You see, again, it's incorrect. So I want to correct that. But knowing this list, all these products are listed at $1.88. So if they have it, it'll be cool. Now I do see that the break-even strength is red there. That means that it had some poor historic buy box in the past. So let's go ahead and check that out. So yeah, I see that the product it shot up right now. If we go like to the last week, for example, for the last few days, the product price has shot up heaps, but it's been terrible over the last year. Hasn't been good. Hasn't been much of a performer. I wouldn't buy too many of these, if any. I'd probably just leave it at 0. And let's just keep going. 7 units for this one. There is 1 FBA and 1 FBM seller. Yep, there's a bit of profit in this one, maybe buy 6 or so units. I'm just going to go over all these products, see what type of order we can actually come up with, and I'll be back shortly. Now, from this order, I'm able to come up with an order this size right there and a very good ROI, decent profit as well. So you can see all those numbers right there. And these are all products that I can sell. You can see it right there that I can sell all of these different types of products. Well, the main thing that I want to look at when I see this view in front of me, I want to see that this column here is green. So when this column is green, that means that it's had historic profit, that I know that the profit has been good. If I see a red or maybe even yellow, like these ones here, I know that I have to look into it further. For example, this one here, it does have a very high profit at the moment, but if I check out its chart, I might see that there's been some bad movement in the past. So let's just check it out. So you see it's profitable now, but just 2 months ago, it wasn't very profitable. So it's good to know that you shouldn't be stocking up too heavy on product like this. So for this one, I'm only buying 4 units, for example. This one here, I'm buying 200, but I see that it's dark green there and there are absolutely no sellers. So this is a product here that Astro picked up that has been selling very well in the past. And at the moment, there are absolutely no sellers at the moment. So that's a very good, it's very interesting information. You can see that the BSR right now is 68,000, but it's been lower in the past. So it's another good product. My overall opinion, when you're working with a company like Medicare, is you want to be really fast. You want to scan their product list straight away, every day. If they update it, you want to be scanning it right away because you want to jump on any opportunity before anyone else sees it, because they do advertise to a lot of Amazon sellers. So if you're going to use Astro, where you can find the products in 15 to 20 minutes and you can come up with a nice purchase order right away, I think it's a perfect opportunity if you're willing to work with a company like Medicare. One time where I'd say probably want to avoid working with a company like Medicare is if they're overstocked on an item that sells reasonably well. So imagine like a product that sells around 300 units a month and Medicare has around 1,000 units. Now imagine another 9 sellers plus you, 10 sellers in total, all buying up about 100 units. That's going to be a problem when the stock arrives at Amazon and the price is probably going to tank. So you want to avoid products like that. But if they have a limited amount, like let's say, for example, again, a product sells 300 units a month and Medicare has 100 120, you want to snatch all those units up right away and be the first to buy that stuff so you can sell it at that profit. So that's probably the way I would work with them, but just got to be a bit careful. Scan them daily, check out their product list, be the first to buy that stuff. So that's the overall way that I would approach Medcare. I hope you got value out of this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you want to have access to me and other like-minded individuals or people trying to kill it on Amazon, join the Telegram group. The link is in the description below. And if you want to get access to Astro, the link for that is also in the description below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.